Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a brand new free roam gameplay showcase for LEGO Marvel's Avengers. And today we're taking a look at the one and only Black Panther, who is of course a part of the DLC, the Civil War DLC I should say, which is currently exclusive to the PlayStation side of things. But keep in mind, as I mentioned before, when we looked at Iron Man Mark 46 and Crossbones, which by the way, check out those videos if you haven't, really cool characters. Of course, I discussed the fact I believe that this will become available at some point in the future on other consoles. Now again, there's no way to confirm that right now, but I would imagine that there's at least a chance of that happening. Now, with that in mind, let's discuss Black Panther, aka T'Challa. Of course, he's going to be a very important character apparently in the Civil War film. At the time of this recording, we haven't seen it yet. Now, what do I think of the minifig? I actually think it is really cool. Overall, I like it quite a bit. In fact, I really love what they did with the head, how they have that extra little bit that attaches on top to elongate the face, because if we look at a typical Lego head, for example, there's Hawkeye. As you can see, if we remove the hair piece, it would be a lot shorter and a lot slimmer, whereas this time they kind of elongated it to give it that kind of Panther aggressive look. You also notice the idle animation, which essentially is just him drawing out the claws and being able to utilize them in battle. I think that the print work on the minifigure is tremendous. They did a really great job of landing that side of things. But I will say that I think that the black parts of the costume shouldn't have been just black like this. I think it would have been really cool if it was more like chainmail, especially because I remember Anthony Russo specifically quoting that and saying, since it's a armor that is made out of vibranium, or a suit that is made out of vibranium, it is a metal, and therefore it's almost like chainmail. And I kind of think that, and by the way, Anthony Russo is of course one of the directors of Civil War, so just wanted to mention that because maybe some people are like, who is Anthony Russo and why did he say that? So essentially what that means is that I think it would have been really cool if we had that detail there. So instead of just getting the plain black outfit and just kind of getting the regular plain black color details, I think it would have been really super duper uber cool if we had the ability to actually see that in a more significant manner in terms of see some type of like chainmail like patterns, maybe add a little bit of a glistening type effect into the black parts of the costume, because I think that would have really made it look that much cooler, and honestly would have probably made it look like it's actually made out of metal instead of where now it kind of looks like just a skin tight suit. So I think that would have been cool, and plus I think it would have been really cool if we had some type of print work available on the arms and the legs of the character as well, just to kind of into the design. Because remember when they released high definition pictures of the Black Panther armor, it has all these really cool actual like tribal logos and designs within it. Again, I don't know specifically what they are called or anything like that, and I wouldn't really want to try to guess because I'm pretty sure I remember what it's called, but I feel like I'd probably mess it up and butcher the name, so I really do not want to do that. So with that in mind, I think it would have been really cool to see that as well. So with that, all of that being said, let's discuss the attacks of Black Panther. So first of all, we have this really simple, but I actually do like how effective it is, because it's just a plain black circle with the yellow dots, which of course are some of the colors that you would identify Black Panther with. So I think that that fits. Even though what I would have done is around the circle, I would have made like little claw marks, because obviously he has those claws in his hands. I think that would have been really cool to see. Now, the neat thing is that he has like a pounce attack that he can do while charging up that attack. So that's really cool. Obviously something that we've seen before previously with characters like, let's say, Wolverine in the previous Lego Marvel game, which was of course Lego Marvel Superheroes. We had a very similar maneuver that Wolverine was able to do. I do like though that this time around they didn't just give us the maneuver, they have this like elongating effect that is left over, almost to try to mimic the concept of he is so quick thanks to the vibranium suit that he's wearing and thanks to his powers, that he almost like leaves the shadow on the target that he has struck. And that's a cool idea. That's just a really neat notion. Like, look at that, bam, you can see it's like there's the shadow of his attack. That just shows you just how quickly he was able to pounce on his target. Now, that is not his entire arsenal of offense. We of course do have some regular close combat attacks that he can pull off by just utilizing the claws to his I guess the needs or to his liking, I guess. So that's cool. Obviously, you can make quick work of all the villains in the game using that. But the other cool move that he has, which is probably my favorite maneuver of his, is this thing. When you charge up an attack, you kind of pick your target. So once you found your target, and then you spin. And the spin is actually pretty lengthy, so you can actually probably take multiple targets down. If you're surrounded by, let's say, 3 or 4 or 5 villains in the story mode or in one of the hub worlds, you just charge this up, boom, release, and you're going to be able to strike all the targets around you and therefore be able to take them down in a very quick and efficient manner. So I think that that's a pretty awesome ability, all things considered. Now, as far as a ground pound attack, he doesn't have an attack where he actually attacks the ground, but he does have like a swipe maneuver. So essentially when he lands, he does he basically crosses the 2 claws that he has, and then they create like a almost an X type effect. Again, something that we have seen similar with Wolverine before. So obviously shares quite a few maneuvers with previously seen characters like Wolverine, but that makes sense because, again, if you think about some of the combat abilities that the two of them have, you really do realize, oh wait, there are some shared components that these 2 characters would have. But with all that being said, there you have it. That is the Black Panther. I think he's pretty awesome. He's probably my favorite character of the Civil War DLC. Because I'm really, really excited to see the character in the film. He's probably the character that I'm most excited for, just to see him appear in the movie. I mean, him and Spider-Man, because obviously we're all really, really looking forward to seeing what Spider-Man will be like and look like in the film. But I gotta say, Black Panther is just so cool. They did a really, really good job. I think there was tiny little details that I would have loved to see improved, but overall, I think he is quite awesome. Now, of course, we still have a couple other characters to look at, like Agent Number 13, Captain America in his Civil War outfit, Falcon in his Avenger outfit? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Once he becomes an Avenger, that's clear now. And then, of course, we have Scarlet Witch, War Machine, and Winter Soldier. So let me know which character you'd like to see showcased tomorrow, and I will, of course, catch all of you lovely folks next time. Peace out. See you laters. Alligators. Bye-bye, everyone. Spin to win.